WBO Junior Heavyweight Champion makes his second title defense against this man, Chris Eubank, a former two-time world champion. Exactly 3 months ago today, these two squared off in what was an epic battle. Eubank and Thompson waged one of the best of this boxing season. Early on, it was the challenger Eubank who would seize control, but Thompson seemed to have an answer. In round number 4, the champion was sent to the canvas. In round number 5, Eubank, looking for a major upset, would stretch Thompson again. But the champion responded with vicious right hands. And in the middle rounds, Thompson seemed to gain control. Eubank was nearly out on his feet. And despite criticism throughout his long career, he showed the heart of a champion, responding in rounds 8 and 9. Thompson, who many had questioned whether he had the chin to sustain any kind of attack, pummeled Eubank. When the judges' cards were tallied, Thompson would keep his title. Tonight, you get the heated rematch, live from England on The Deuce. Live from Sheffield, England, via satellite, it's the rematch as Carl Thompson defends his WBO Junior Heavyweight Championship against former two-time world champion Chris Eubank. Dave, Chris Eubank is a man who earlier in his career was simply detested by most of the English boxing fans, but ironically in his loss to Thompson, he's gained in popularity.
That's right, Bob, because of the way he lost. He came in, he stood, he slugged. It was different than what many perceived as a standoffish, aloof style previously. And as you lose some fights and become a bit of an underdog, sometimes you get more fans.
Eubank is the former WBO middleweight champion, the former WBO super middleweight champion. He's 31 years of age, but a wealth of experience. This is his 52nd professional bout. And in world championship bouts, he has 227 rounds under his belt. Is that a detriment or a plus for him?
Normally, you would say it was a plus if they were fighting for the first time. Now that they're going at each other again, you may look at it a little bit differently. Is he shop-worn by all those rounds? There's about 200 rounds difference between these guys in their careers. And that, as you look at this spectacle here, is part of the intrigue of the whole deal.
Well, as American fight fans will remember, when the Prince Nassim Hamed, fought at Madison Square Garden, he had that 20-minute introduction. And that's the way they do things in Great Britain. And the Sheffield crowd just loving the dramatic approach that the boxer's taken. Chris Eubank is a man who has always played to the crowd. He's been an introvert through parts of his career, spent part of his youth in the Bronx in New York City at the Jerome Boxing Club, moved back to England after turning pro at the age of 19, at the age of 21 in 1988, and suddenly he has a love affair with the English fans.
And there is nothing like the atmosphere of a big fight like this anywhere you go around the world. In Las Vegas, for instance, outdoor stadiums, you hear the crowd rising up and starting to cheer as the guys leave their locker rooms. There's a sense of drama. Now they've gotten some technological advances via the fireworks and the lights into this.
Here comes Chris Eubank from Brighton, England. We are live via satellite from Sheffield, England. Chris Eubank challenging Carl Thompson for Thompson's WBO Junior Heavyweight Championship, the heated rematch.
And Thompson now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, the WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Carl Thompson.
Gets his ovation from the crowd and his show, his laser opportunity here.
To the strains of I've Got the Power, the 34-year-old Thompson, 23-4 with 16 knockouts.
Tell you what, if they don't start fighting pretty soon, this will go down in the books as a concert.
Now let's see what type of entrance Carl the Cat Thompson makes. Thompson born in Manchester, England. On May the 26th of 1964, he's the first Manchester native to win a world championship since Jackie Brown won the flyweight title in 1935.
But, you know, we get a chance to go around the world and see many fights, and the British rivalries are among the richest of any that we see.
The credentials of Carl Thompson being displayed in the laser lights. Carl Thompson 2-1 in title bouts, defeating Chris Eubank 3 months ago to the date to win the WBO Junior Heavyweight Championship. Had a split decision against Ralph Raccagiani in October of 1997, and back in 1996 was knocked out by Raccagiani for the WBO title.
And as we talked at the top, you get an element of confidence by being able to win fights late, getting decisions, one-point wins, pulling out late rounds. It just adds another level to you, and we should see that confidence in Thompson. Certainly, he can match Eubank in the posing department.
One thing is for certain, he has not taken dance lessons from the Prince.
These guys are going at it like the first round that will be scored will be for the ring walk.
Immediately after Thompson won the unanimous decision against Chris Eubank, he said he'd relish a rematch, and so did Eubank after he was released from the hospital. Thompson was strong in the final round, but the question is, Dave, he was knocked down in round 4. He was hurt in round 5. He was hurt again in round number 7. Eubank did not pounce on him. Will it be a different story tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is sanctioned and conducted under the rules of the World Boxing Organization, whose president, Francesco Valcarcel of Puerto Rico, is at ringside as supervisor this evening. The British Boxing Board of Control supervisor is their General Secretary, Mr. John Morris from London, and the steward in charge this evening, Mr. Leonard Nipper-Reid, QPM, President of the British Boxing Board of Control. The timekeeper, Mr. Colin Roberts from Halifax. And the judges sat at ringside scoring the contest are Adelaide Triplett of Philadelphia, USA, Mr. Roy Francis from London, and Mr. Ruben Garcia of Texas. And the referee in charge of tonight's action, officiating in his 38th world title contest from Derby, England, Mr. Paul Thomas. My lords, ladies and gentlemen, from the steel city of Sheffield, England and Sheffield Arena, to viewers in Britain on Sky Sports, across Europe and around the world, it's big fight time. Frank Warren for Sports Network proudly presents World Championship Boxing and the Rematch. Sponsored by Acclaim Entertainments with Turok 2. This contest is of 12 3-minute rounds to decide the WBO Cruiserweight Championship of the world. And introducing the boxers. And firstly, out of the red corner, coming from Brighton, England, wearing his familiar gold trunks, he weighed in at 13 stone 7 pounds. and holds a professional record from 51 professional contests of 45 wins, 23 by way of KO, with 4 losses and 2 draws. He's the former middleweight and super middleweight champion of the world, who defended his world title an incredible 17 times, and tonight appears in his 24th World Championship contest. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he is the challenger. He's known as simply the best, the one and only Chris